Hello everyone. In the last video, we discussed what Azure AI services are and what are the various features and different services provided for application developers to consume as a service. So today I'm going to show you how to play around with one of those services. So you get the idea, and it will be probably the same for the rest of the or for the other services as well. So let's take an example use case. Let's say you want to design and develop an application which processes images. Maybe you upload bunch of images, classify them, tag them, or you upload bunch of images, and then it automatically detects whether there are humans in that image and what are the different objects in the image. Um, so that's the kind of a sample use case, right? So then what you have to do is, first of all, you need to identify the which Azure AI service you need to use. And as I explained in the last video, you can create a multi-service account and consume many services as part of this resource. However, this does not provide a free tier for you. Um, so then alternative is basically creating an individual resource. For example, for my use case, I need to select computer vision resource, and then when you create an individual resource, you will have access to a free tier, right? So you can say create computer vision, and in the page you can provide you can pick your subscription and give a resource group. And this is very important, the region. As I explained last time, some of the services may not be available in the region you are going to select. So before you create this resource, go to the region and service availability matrix, and pick a region where this service is available. So East US is a region where you have most of these services available. So you can give a name, and as you can see in the pricing tier, so you have a standard, and also depending on the region, you will have a free tier. So that's a beauty, right? If you select East US, you may not be provided okay, let me come back. Yeah, so you may not be provided a free tier, but if you select a different region, then you will be provided a free tier as well. 20 calls per minute, 5,000 calls per month, right? So pick the free tier for you to play around, and then you can simply say next, and settle with the default configuration. So I have already created a computer vision service uh, called AI Computer Vision Exercise 1. And when you select this, you will see in the overview page the kind of API is computer vision. I'm using the free tier, and this is the endpoint I will be consuming in my application, via my application, right? ai.computervision.ex1 is the DNS name. It automatically picks based on the project name, and then cognitiveservices.azure.com, right? And when you click machine keys, it will take you to keys and endpoint section. So it generates two keys, key 1 and key 2. That's for the key rotation purpose. And so these are the keys and this endpoint which will use in our application code, in your C#, in your .NET code, right? And also it's listed over here as well. uh, we can then go to this Vision Studio. uh, so either you can right away get started uh, creating a project in VS Code, uh, get this endpoint, get one of those keys, and then start calling the APIs and consume the computer vision features, capabilities. Or as a fresher, as a beginner, what you can do is you can go to Vision Studio. It will take you to another web page, um, and it will ask you to log in when you access it for the first time. And then this basically provides a lot of testing capabilities to make sure you are familiar with this computer vision service before you go into uh, integrating it with your application code, right? So for example, there are different categories: optical character recognition, OCR, basically extract text from images. You want to try out this option. And things related to face detection, face recognition, detect faces in an image, liveness detection, portrait processing, photo ID matching, and under image analysis, search photos with image retrieval, add dense caption to images, add caption to images, detect common objects in an image, extract common tags from image, smart cropping. So these are various exercises, various use cases, uh, depending on your requirement, or you can pick one of these, right? So let's say detect common objects in images, right? I can select this. So as you can see, there are some sample images. I have to first tick this. I acknowledge that this demo will incur usage to a resource that I have selected earlier, right? So I can pick this image, and it start processing the image for various objects, right? Footwear, person, laptop, seating, another person, third person, another seating, and also there's a table, right? And threshold you can increase. So depending on the threshold, you can omit certain objects. For example, footwear, the percentage or the matching is 52%. So in case if I increase this, it might go away if you reprocess, right? And you can also see each and every object detected in this image. And let's go back to the studio and pick another use case. Let's say um, uh, optical character recognition, extract text from images. So this has been a challenge for a various industries, and we have been providing solutions for a very long time, right? So let's pick this, and it automatically detect different text in that. And if you pick a handwritten one, it's able to detect all the different words in that piece of paper. So this is basically how you test computer vision service provided by Azure AI service, right? And after you play around in this Vision Studio web portal, what you can do is basically then you can try out using this service using some sample code. Now when you go down, as it indicates, next steps would be learn more about OCR for images if you want to learn about that technique, and view language support for OCR, right? And then we also have the tryout SDK option. So here you can pick your subscription, and the resource. So this is the basically the key part of my subscription, or the resource, right? Vision computer vision resource I created, and this is the endpoint, right? um, and here there's a quick start. Basically what you can do is you can select, depending on the language you want to try out, if whether you want to send a REST call and just get the output on a command line. Then what you can do is you can copy this curl command to a notepad, and then replace the subscription key and endpoint with whatever the information you get from your account, right? And then when you run this in command line, you will get a response similar to this, and you can also change the image you want to analyze. So it takes this image, but you can change the image to something else. And if you want to try this using C# code, then there are steps to set up the project, right? So this is the code. Basically it has a reference to Azure AI Vision image analysis, and then you have to store the endpoint and the key. So this information you need to retrieve from your subscription, and then you have code. So this is the URL for the image that you are going to analyze. You can parameterize that as well. And then we will be basically executing this message called analyze image. So this analyze image in the main method, so it's a console application, and then we'll write all the responses into the command line, right? So this is how you can test it. So this is a sample output. So this is how you can test it using C# code. If it is Python, then you have sample code for that. And of course we did this using Vision Studio, right? So there are various ways you can try out before you really get going. Recommendation is to start with Vision Studio, play around with whatever the service that you want to integrate, and after that you can go to this quick start and try the sample code as well, and then you can go into your project and start integrating it, right? So that is how you consume an Azure AI service such as computer vision, and create a resource, access the free tier, play around using Studio or testbed or playground provided by Azure, and then go into the a quick start, try out the samples, and then you can start integrating with your actual application. So you can do same set of steps. Let's say you want to create and you want to evaluate document intelligence. Just pick this, fill in those information, create the resource, and you can play around with it, right? So I encourage you to try all these different services, OpenAI, the conversational experience, language, speech, computer vision. So those are some of the services you can try out with the free tier. I hope you enjoy this video, and hopefully next time we'll see how we can integrate an Azure AI service using .NET code and make some real request to the service. Thank you so much.